Hey guys, this is Caleb with Priority Survival, and today we're going to be talking about my collection of fire starters, ferro rods in particular. This isn't all of them, but this is the vast majority, so I just wanted to go over them. I thought it would be a cool video, so let's get into it. Okay, so up here first we have the Gerber Grylls ferro rod. You have a striker and a ferro rod. This works pretty well. This was actually one of my first ferro rods. It also comes with a whistle right here, which does work pretty well. And on the back here is a watertight compartment that you can put like a cotton ball or something in. So there you go, pretty compact. Oh, also you have SOS and some hand signals. They faded a bit, but they're still pretty readable. All in all, compact package, great ferro rod. Next, we have the Ust Strikeforce. This is actually one of my favorite ferro rods. It just has a nice handle that you can grip onto, and a nice striker as well. Very cool. This also has a compartment, but it is not watertight. You can put a couple wet fires or tinder quicks, cotton balls, your tinder of choice in there. This is the Strikeforce, I believe. It's basically a mini version. It's pretty nice. You have a little ruler there, and of course, nice little sparker. The friendly Swede. They don't really have a particular name for this, but it's basically the friendly Swede's version of the Strikeforce. Also a great ferro rod, works just fine. This is the friendly Swede XL ferro rod. You have a 1/2-inch ferro rod encased in, I believe this is aluminum. I do not have a review out for this one yet, but a review is coming. You can also unscrew the ferro rod there. Nice sparker. Very cool. Also has a mini survival kit in the handle here. The Aurora. I do not have a review on this one either, but I do have a comparison video between this and the Exo Tech right there. This is machined out of some pretty high quality aluminum. You have an O-ring there to keep it watertight. This throws a huge spark. Definitely a very high magnesium content in this rod. Then you have the striker on the bottom. My preferred method is to hold the striker in place and just pull back, so let's do that. It's hard to do this behind the camera. I'll just throw in a clip of me striking this right now. Well, there you go. This is just a cheapo that I bought off Amazon. I got this for like $4. It's just a little ferro rod that you can take apart and put back together. Definitely has a tiny rod and not the best striker. It's already bent, sort of. You can see that. It's kind of like a saw blade. I'll try to. There you go. up next. This is the Friendly Swede Pocket Fire Starter, and it's basically an Exo Tech, but it's actually bigger than the XL, which is what I have right there. But same concept. You unscrew this and voila, you are good to go. The striker is pretty small, and that is kind of annoying, especially for me, because when I strike it, it's very uncomfortable. So even though it would be more pieces to keep up with, I kind of wish they added a fourth piece so that you could make the handle longer for the striker. The same goes for the Exo Tech, but still another nice and extremely compact fire starter that you can just slide in your pocket without even noticing, or attach to your keychain or something. I actually have another one of these on my keychain. Review of this coming soon as well. The Exo Tech, pretty much the same thing. I'd say the machining is a bit higher quality, and the striker, if y'all guys can see this, it's like encased, whereas the other one's just epoxied in. There's probably epoxy down in there somewhere, but it's also encased. You're not going to get that out. They sell replacement ferro rods you can easily unscrew and just stick a new one in there whenever you run out, so that's cool. You can also do that with the Friendly Swede, but they do not make replacement ferro rods. I think you can use Exo Tech though, and just use those in place of the Friendly Swede. You can use a lanyard to kind of make the handle longer, you know, push down, and you have a better striking. This is the Exo Tech Poly Striker. This is a pretty cool ferro rod. You have a longer handle. Same little I-beam design. There we go. Pretty nice. Snaps together. This is extremely small. I don't know if you guys can tell, but very small. This is one of the original Light My Fire Scouts. I haven't even used this. It's literally just been sitting around. This one is, I want to say 7 years old almost. So this is actually probably my first ferro rod. The Grylls I got, I think 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember the exact date. This is from the Pathfinder store, Dave Canterbury. This came with my canteen kit. Has a little glow-in-the-dark handle. Simple striker, just has like a bevel on one end for you to strike it. I'm actually not going to strike it, but definitely just do it like that. These are supposed to work pretty well. This is a Schrade Ferro Rod. This came with one of my Schrade knives. These have a pretty high magnesium content. They're pretty nice. Striker's not too comfortable. It's just like sharpened on the one edge. You can use it like that. Good ferro rod though. This ferro rod came with the Fire Boss from Stanford Outdoor Supply. Those are nice shower sparks, definitely. Cool ferro rod, great striker. This is one of the newer variants of the Light My Fire ferro rods. This is the Army model 2.0. Gives you better grip when holding it, so striking is a lot easier and it's not as uncomfortable. The other handles are a bit squarish. This is the Lightning Strike fire starter. This is the most expensive fire starter I have. This one runs almost $70, but determining its worth is solely up to you. You know, could you use it in the situation you're in, and would you spend that amount of money? Definitely cool. Very nice ferro rod. Easy to use. This is also the easiest of use ferro rod that I have here, in a nice little waterproof or watertight compartment for a tinder, which it comes with 12 to 18. I forget the exact number. This is one of those like $8 ferro rods from Amazon. It's okay, pretty nice, but just having, you know, a large ferro rod makes fire starting a lot easier. Nice ferro rod. Speaking of large ferro rods, this is the Super Monster Ferro Rod from Nathan4071. This is the 5" by 1" ferro rod. He also has a, I believe, 6" by 1" ferro rod. That thing is just a monster. But as you can see here, I've used this actually a pretty good amount, and it looks perfectly normal. Both sides there. It looks like I haven't even dented it, so this will last you a very, very long time. This is one of the all-weather fire starters. I can't remember the exact model. I think it's the Explorer 1 or 2, but you have a compass on the back. That's nice. Okay, compass works. You have a thermometer, which also works. Then you have the 99.9% magnesium. This is probably the softest magnesium rod I've ever had. And that's me comparing it to like magnesium bars, which are, if you've used one, you know, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and they're pretty hard to get a pile started. So there you go. Over here I have probably the best of one of the softest magnesium bars, and that's the Dones. I believe these were actually issued to military. I don't know if they still are, but this one is probably the nicest you're going to find. Over here is a Coghlan's. This one's actually okay. This one has just been sitting around and oxidizing for the last 6 years or so. But I started a couple fires with this. It's pretty nice. I cannot remember who I got this from. It was a friend on YouTube. I think I got it a couple months back. But definitely a nice little handle. I haven't used it yet. I'm like, I want to use it, but I also don't want to, you know, mess it up because it came from a friend. This one came from Marvin over at Great American Survival, and same thing applies. I haven't used this one either because I just don't want to mess it up. These are kind of my safe queens, if you will, ferro rods that I'm not going to use because they're given to me by friends. So thank you guys for watching. I enjoy watching knife collection videos, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to do a ferro rod collection video. I love fire starting in general. I'm somewhat of a firebug, if you might have noticed. These aren't even all my ferro rods. I have others stashed in places, bags, whatnot, but this is the vast majority of them. If you guys like this video and want to see more like them, definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to do a collection video, that would be awesome, and I will actually make a playlist and add yours to it if you add your video into the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. This is Caleb with Priority Survival.